This meeting is being recorded.
So welcome everyone to our hybrid district council meeting for the first district council meeting of 22-23. Welcome everyone. Actually my heart is full of joy to spend time with Rotarians, particularly in person, and also our Zoom Rotarians who are here, our Zoomers. So I'm just so happy to see all of you. Some of you, it's your first time at a district council meeting, and some are seasoned. And I appreciate everyone taking their time on a lovely Saturday to come and join us here for the good of Rotary and the good for District 7090. I just have a few remarks, and then we go into our opening here. I would like to thank very much Lisa Avery, who will be known as Avery, and Julio for stepping up to be our cadre of technical support with advisement, senior cadre leader, Dave Barry. So we thank all of them for making this happen. And we just have to roll with it. We hope it'll be good. I'm sure we got professionals here, but just roll with it, everyone. We're going to make the best that we can and bring everyone together for a great experience. So thank you. Thank you, Lisa and Julio. And both of them were here way before 8 o'clock this morning, and many had to travel quite a distance. So I appreciate everyone crossing the border and getting here safely. We've all gone through so much since we last gathered. Can anyone tell me the last time we had an in-person district council meeting? Bob Artis is here? 2.5 years ago? Probably 2.5 years ago. And I'm so thankful we are all here together. Again, I'm saying that. And we hope that as things progress in the future, we will have all of us together for more in person where we can all join. Looking at you, my friends that are all here. Just a quick introduction of the district governor chain. I think people know myself, Lisa Bishop, the district governor. And we have District Governor-elect Scott Marson. Please stand, Scott.
Morning.
District Governor nominee, David Alexander. I officially have his pin here. There you go. There you get your official pin. We have immediate past District Governor Ann Birmingham. Yay, Ann. And Vice Governor Frank Adamson. We'll have more introductions for all of us in a few minutes. I do want to take a moment to recognize that just this Thursday, Her Majesty the Queen of England died. And if we can have a moment of silence to think of her long dedicated service to Canada, but we are a binational district. I just ask you to just take a moment to think about Queen Elizabeth II. Thank you, everyone. She has a long legacy of service. Now we have King Charles III. And I wonder if he will maintain his honorary membership as a member of the Rotary Club of Bonchori Turnen, District 1010 in the UK. Long live the King. I now ask Frank Adamson to please come forward to offer land acknowledgement on behalf of all of us.
Thank you, Governor. We are privileged to meet on lands that First Nations, including the Mississaugas of Credit, Haudenosaunee, and Shanawkton, have called home for thousands of years, and many continue to walk today. We strive to stand with all Indigenous peoples across Turtle Island, past, present, and future, in promoting the wise stewardship of the land. We seek to move forward with a spirit of peace, friendship, and respect towards reconciliation and collaboration.
Thank you, Frank. And as I stepped away, I realized I forgot the very first function I was to do was to open the meeting with the official gavel. So if you don't mind, I'm doing it out of order. I beg your pardon. Here's the official gavel, which is in my possession. And I have chosen to bring today the club bell from my home club, the Rotary Club of Delhi. And I cannot tell you what an honor it is to serve as the second district governor out of that small club. And thinking of Karen Oakes, 2 district governors of small but mighty club that has a future, I think, of us all going and joining other clubs that are vibrant, stronger around us, which is a hard thing to say. But I would like to open the meeting officially with the gavel and with the bell from the Rotary. It belongs to the Rotary Club of Delhi, gifted to them by the Rotary Club of Simcoe, which is their sponsoring club. Here we go. And now I would like our friends to come up who have not been to a district council meeting before, and we will be offering our reflection on Imagine. So I've asked in person here some individuals who have come through the door who have not attended a district council meeting in person before. And we start with Keith Jones. You have to remind me of your areas if I don't get them right. Keith Jones is my AG, Area 1. So Keith, is Keith on the, can you see Keith? There's Keith. Oh, hang on. What happened?
We got everybody?
What's the shadow?
It's the screen.
Okay, very good. So we'll start with Keith, followed by Dave Schultz, followed by Ryan. Have I got that right? Dave Schultz, Ryan, maybe you get in order so it's easier. And then Tommy. So Ryan Bridge, Tommy, and Aaron. Very good. So Keith.
Lisa said I could sing this, but that's not going to happen. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today.
Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion to. Imagine all people living life in peace.
You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will be as one.
Imagine no possession. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. The brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world.
You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will live as one.
Imagine Rotary. Imagine a world that deserves our best, where we get up each day knowing we can make a difference. We don't dream about yesterday. We dream about tomorrow. Thank you. So now we'll move on to some fun here, and we're going to go around and introduce ourselves. I need Tommy Gravazzi is our ambassador of fun and fellowship for District 7090 for the year 22-23.
Alrighty.
So Tommy, you're with me here. We've asked everyone to please take about 30 seconds or so to give their name, sort of their responsibility or title within Rotary, and what you imagine in Rotary for yourself, your club, the big vision, whatever you choose to say. What do you imagine for Rotary in 22-23? I'll start with myself as an example. Lisa Bishop, I'm District Governor 7090. I'm also the treasurer of the Rotary Club of Delhi. And my Imagine Rotary is my family will be involved in Rotary this year. If I take longer than 30 seconds, Tommy will give a signal. What's the signal?
Please stop. I'm bored. Please stop. Please stop.
And if he has to say that more than once, you will need to open your wallet and make a donation to
The Rotary Foundation.
There you go. So if you want more airtime, it will cost you. I just want to say that. So who would like to start with introductions? We could start with our friends here on virtually on Zoom. Can we do that?
Hang on.
Who wants to go first? Raise your hand. We'll just
I'll go.
Thank you. Ralph, is that Ralph? I don't
Yeah.
recognize you.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, I'll go if you want.
Ralph,
So I have no leadership role at the district. I just kind of play around the edges. I'm involved in the Rotary Leadership Institute as a facilitator, International Services Committee as a member, and I'm on the Finance Committee as a member. For my club, I'm the Director of Membership and PR and Public Image, and I imagine Rotary as an opportunity to serve and another avenue to keep me vibrant. That's it.
Well done. Thank you so much. Yeah, good. Good. Who's next?
I'll go.
All right. Who's that?
Sue Foster.
Sue. Okay, Sue. Yeah.
So I am,
Spotlight you. Hang on. You're 30 seconds. Just spotlighting you here.
okay.
There you go.
Hi, so I'm Sue Foster. I'm from the Rotary Club of Lincoln. I am a assistant district governor for Area 5. I am also the admin chair of our club in Lincoln. And I am also a member of the membership committee at the district level. So anyways, I'm just hoping that we can get more people involved and get the name of Rotary out.
Thank you. And who's next? Michelle. Just a second, we're spotlighting you there.
I'm Michelle Starwald Woods, proud Rotarian for over 12 years, member of the Dunkirk Fredonia Club, past AG for Area 16, current membership chair for our wonderful Best of Friends district. And I imagine D7090 close to 3,000 members in the next 5 years.
Wow, thank you. Who's next?
Kevin said he could go next.
Evan?
Hi, I'm Kevin Crosby, a member of the Buffalo Sunrise Club and a past district governor, also the district's representative to the Council on Legislation. We're currently going through resolutions now. And so you'll be hearing more about that. And my imagine for the Buffalo area is that I imagine we will be adding more satellite clubs to increase the diversity of the membership in the Buffalo.
Please stop. I'm bored. Please stop.
Oh dear. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Sandy.
Hi, I'm Sandy Chard. I'm the Rotary Foundation Chair for the district. And for my own club, I write the trivia questions for our trivia night and of course help with Sergeant of Arms. So my this year is for every Rotarian every year to at least give something that they can afford, and so that we can help make this world a better place. I was taken off by Jennifer Jones' brother David, who said in our last thing, in order to live the kind of society you want, you have to help build it. And that's what Rotary Foundation is all about. Thank you.
Very nice. Very good.
Very good. Thank you. And Melissa?
All right, I am Melissa Schrock. I am the AG for Area 9 this year, who's helping spark new and innovative clubs. My Imagine Rotary is I imagine a Rotary Club of cause-based creation of build.
Oh, she froze.
She froze. Okay.
No, the clock does not stop.
I stopped the clock.
That's one side.
Sorry, I'm not sure if you can hear us,
Build
Melissa.
Mafia from
You froze and you came back.
Am I out of time?
Take two.
Cause-based Rotary. Bill's Mafia.
I want to be a member.
Bill's Mafia there. That's what we're doing. Cause-based Rotary Club.
Very good. Who's next? So there we go. So Paul.
Paul Gibble, I'm Assistant Governor for Area 4 and Foundation Chair for our club, which is the Tonic Club in Hamilton. And my imagine is to get all my clubs working together on a project and then to feed that into some of the bigger projects within the district.
Thank you. That's great. all about the area event here. Who's next? Have we had Linda? Who's next? Linda? Linda.
Sorry.
Welcome,
Good morning.
Linda.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Linda from the Dunkirk Fredonia Club. I joined Rotary in 1996, and I imagine a year of helping others and bringing service with fun to our members. I work on the youth as a counselor, and I'm on the board of directors for our club. And I'm just wading in here to my new role.
Thank you so
all.
much. Thank you. Very good. And is Sean? Is there Sean?
Oh, sorry.
Sean, you're next. Thank
Hi,
you.
I'm the president of the Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus. I've been involved with Rotary Youth Exchange as well. My imagine is that we would be people of action more so than just people of talk. It's been a couple of years of just talking, and now it's time to get out there and do some more work.
Right.
Very good. I'm not sure. Thank you so much. Is there anyone else in Zoom land here that we need to, our virtual? Oh, it's Penny there. Oh my God.
Hi, I'm a member of the Rotary Club of Greater Jamestown AM, where I'm also the executive secretary, but mostly it's just backup if they need help. I'm the district executive secretary, and I imagine Rotary as being more known. In other words, our public image, I'm going to trot on Dave Schultz a little bit, but our public image committee and at the club levels too will be getting the word out more about Rotary, so we will be more known, more engaged, more members, more vibrant.
Thank you, Penny. And while you're on the screen, let's all give Penny a hand for everything she does for us.
Oh. Thank you very
It's on
much.
wild, Penny.
We have Victoria and Tracy on too.
Phil's joined us now. Okay, yeah. Good.
Oh, here she is.
Victoria, are you there?
Hi there. Yeah, I'm here. So my name is Victoria Parlatori. My pronouns are she and her, and I am the district Rotaract representative for this year. So I'm looking forward to meeting or seeing a lot of you again. My camera is just off today because I have a kidney infection, so I'm in quite a little bit of pain right now. So I still wanted to attend and listen in. So I'm present, I'm listening. I'm just resting a little bit today. So it's really nice to see and meet everyone. And please do reach out to me if you have any connections you would like to make with Rotaract, because my Imagine Rotary is that we are strengthening the relationship between Rotarians and Rotaractors for this year. So,
oh dear. Strengthening the relationship between Rotaract and Rotary, the whole family of Rotary. That's what you're saying, Victoria?
Yep.
Yes.
Good job.
Good, good. Thank you so much. And we all here, we wish you well in recovery. Thank you for
thank you.
And
we have Phil Race is on.
Yes, good morning. Phil Race, District Governor, Area 2, past President of Rotary Club of Brantford Sunrise. We've just started a satellite club in Paris, Ontario that was formed by the Brantford Sunrise Club. Ancaster is looking at satellite club. I really think this is the way of the future. So I imagine more involvement, more youth, and more members.
Well done. Thank you. Is there anyone else?
Tracy Ford is still.
Tracy's there. Great. Tracy, hi.
Hi, Tracy Ford, proud member of the Rotary Club of Leroy, doing my second round as Assistant Governor of Area 14. Very similar to what Penny said, hoping to promote the public image of Rotary. I imagine Rotary as a wonderful opportunity to rebuild fellowship as we learn to navigate what relationships look like post-COVID. So looking forward to helping my clubs with that.
Thank you.
I think we got them. I think we got them all on the virtual screen.
Great, thank you, Penny, for helping us be organized here as well. So we're going to go around the room. We'll just go right around. Should we start here? Is everyone who is seeing here switching to this?
Yeah.
So, what do they see? Will they see this?
The whole table.
Okay, so when you're taking your turn, if you perhaps stand and address everyone with your, in your 30 seconds. So would you like to go next, Tom?
Okay, I'm Tommy Gervasi. I'm Tommy Gervasi. I'm the.
Go again.
I'm Tommy Gervasi. I'm the secretary in perpetuity of the proudly binational Lewiston Niagara on the Lake Rotary Club, and I'm also the area governor for assistant governor Area 8, which is also binational. And I imagine Rotary being a lot more fun in the next coming years.
How much fun?
More fun than ever.
Very good. Thank you. David Alexander.
Hi, I'm Dave Alexander. I'm District Governor nominee, member of the Rotary Club of Welland. I imagine our district as being the convener of the conversation for volunteering in our communities in the future. And I'm also, just like others may have,
Rotary Connects the World
for club artists.
Yes, very good.
Okay. That's for Bob.
Tommy.
I'm Assistant Governor, Area 6, Tommy Vegge. I'm the member of the Rotary Club of St. Catharines. I immigrated to Canada about half a year ago, 10 months ago, and I've been doing some things in Finland, and I started again all over again. My imagine is to learn some English to be able to indicate myself and get people improved and involved.
Well, you do have the microphone. I'm just going to take the liberty of asking you, Tommy, what district and what countries were you the district governor for?
I used to be a district governor in southern Finland and Estonia. In 2019-2020, I was a classmate for Bob Artis. I know Bob from there. And I was also chairman of the board and secretary general of the Rotary Service Organization in Finland.
It's a very interesting concept. People have more conversation with Tommy about that, how they've clustered, they have a specific role for service organization. That's just, there's a different way to organize. So we can all live and learn from other ways that things are organized in other parts of the world. You might want to ask him that question, Phil. So Phil, you're next.
Speaking of service, I am Phil Seamus. I am the service projects chair for our district and a member of the newly merged Hamilton Stony Creek Club, which are now meeting in person and virtually, just like this. So it's really cool. My imagine is that we have all of our clubs, including Rotaract clubs, all involved in hands-on service projects this year, and many of them together. Great Lakes Watershed cleanup this year is going to be absolutely fabulous, in person with more people than ever in our communities.
Excellent. Right, within 30 seconds. Media Pass District Governor Ann Birmingham. Give it up for Ann.
Thank you. In my role this year is chair of youth services. And so one of the things that I imagine is that every club touches and gets more involved in youth services. And also that every club, their youth lead comes together. We're going to have a meeting at the end of the month where they learn from each other. So I imagine more youth service and more clubs, and I'm excited about that.
Yes, I just want to say, Anne, if you don't mind saying, it's in your report, how many youth exchange inbound, outbound? Are you able to say it's so happy that youth exchange, long-term youth exchange has started again. We're all so happy. Can you make that announcement?
We had 4 short-term exchanges this summer, and we have 9 outbound and 9 inbound students here right now.
Woohoo!
In our yesterday at the Rotary Club of Brantford. So.
Great, and Lisa?
Just asking, as you're speaking, I know we want to look at people in the room, but if you could, when you're talking, look towards the microphone, it will help the audience on Zoom hear you better, and we'll all understand.
Just project if you can as well. I'm not sure.
This is the camera and microphone that is being broadcast on Zoom.
Very good. Ryan Bridge.
All right, I'm Ryan Bridge. I'm the AG for Area 3 and a proud member of the Rotary Club of Flamborough AM. I guess my imagine is that we're coming out of a 2-year COVID reset for Rotary, that we have a brighter and more fun future going forward.
Thank you. Past District Governor Reg Madison.
Good morning. I'm a member of the Rotary Club of Brantford Sunrise, where I'm chair of the Honoring Indigenous Peoples Committee with the district. I'm chair of the Finance Committee and chair of the Nominating Committee. And my imagine is that this district, for the first time in decades, grows for the second consecutive year.
Just for a second, we're going to change our spotlight. Go ahead, Melissa.
Look at Melissa.
Don't have video chat, so this is my private chat to Reg. Reg, you're not paying attention to me.
Very good. Susan.
Hi, Susan Zerny, AG for Area 10, still on the training team. I serve on the governance committee, the DEI committee, and I'm looking forward to our area clubs.
Oh, wonderful. Good, good.
I'm sorry, yes, public image. Yes,
She was the first one in the parking lot this morning.
Yes, I was.
When I pulled up, she was already here.
I thought the meeting started.
Aaron?
Oh, good. My name's Aaron Carlson. I'm with the Rotary Club of Lockport. This year I'm supporting the Afternoon Newstead, Clarion, Easterville, Sunrise, Lockport, and Middleport clubs. And I'm not as athletic as Dave, but my Imagine Rotary is that area clubs will come together and collaborate more and amplify their impact and recruit members through service programs.
Oh, hang on, before you sit down, can you just tell everyone what you just did? It was in the newsletter, but just, I'll give you another 30 seconds.
Okay, great. So recently I participated in a Rotary Friendship Exchange with 2 other Rotarians. We went to Latvia for 10 days. Absolutely amazing. We got to stay in Rotarian homes, which is a nice way to learn about current events because you're watching the news over breakfast with them, and you can learn a lot more than you would just traveling through on the television. So that was great.
Wonderful that that's happened.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Frank Adamson. I also have, which I got right here in this room, by the way, some time ago. So I'm a member of the Rotary Club of Fonthill, Ontario, Canada. I'm the pandemic district governor, who worked really like this. I'm also the assistant governor for Area 7. Because I asked Dave Alexander to step in when I stepped up to the governor for the stream some time ago, and he did. And now that he's in the stream, I said I would come back and finish off when I started. I only had 2 years as general. And as Lisa said, I'm also vice governor. So vice governor was a very honorary role. And he's gonna step in. But I'm gonna keep going anyway, so okay, fine.
Please. Yeah, he'll pay. He'll pay.
Okay, fine. So anyways, the vice governor has a role doing absolutely nothing for 365 days. So she stays healthy for 365 days. That's the only reason I put that up. So,
Your Imagine Rotary?
And it's, for Rotary, together we will, together we will eradicate.
Dave Schultz.
I'm Dave Schultz. I'm the public image chair for the district and also for the Rotary Club of Fonthill, as well as executive secretary for the Rotary Club of Fonthill. My imagine is that we'll start to see some of the people that we lost, the members we lost through attrition during the pandemic, start coming back into Rotary. That would be we're not having trouble with recruitment. We have trouble losing people, and we lost the last 2 years.
Thank you. Governor-elect Scott.
Good morning. My name is Scott Marson. I am the district governor-elect for District 7090, also a member of the Ann South Rotary Club, and probably following Lisa and Ann in your role as district governor. My Imagine Rotary is that, in a little bit broader sense, that Rotary will lead our world to make the changes that will make our world a little bit better place to live as far as peace and our environment.
Next is my AG, Area 1, Keith.
Keith Jones, Area 1. I'm naked. Melissa, where's my sign? You always like Reg better than me. I'm so happy to be involved in my first year as assistant governor, and so happy to hear that we're getting exchanges back. Our youth exchange has always been a big part of our area, and we'll get it going again. And we hosted the Latvian group when we were here, which is a great.
Well, thank you. I was hoping to get some money out of your pocket today, Keith, but you sat down right within the 30 seconds. There you go. And Ross?
I'm Ross Gowan.
AG,
I
coordinator?
coordinate the team of, I believe, 18 assistant governors in this district, and I'm a member of the Rotary Club of Norfolk Sunrise in Area 1 as well. I imagine a district where clubs work very closely together to lever the strength and the differences within each club so that together we can be much stronger.
Good.
I'm Bob Morrow, the Rotary Club of Dundas Valley Sunrise, and I'm the Vocational Services Director for the club, and I'm the Strategic Plan Flunky for the district. So I see Imagine Rotary as facing reality based on the times that we have, but facing that reality with determination, with enthusiasm, with hope, with a vision for the future, patience, care for others, and fun.
Yeah.
Very good. Past District Governor Dick Earn.
I'm from the Rotary Club of Grand Island, and I'm the treasurer of that club and a member of their board of directors. The district, I sit on the governance committee, and the three things that I would like to imagine Rotary doing is, one, have a polio-free world, which is now reoccurring, unfortunately, in several sections. Rotary accepting, the Rotary world accepting Early Act as an official Rotary organization, and I too.
Oh my goodness.
In support of Bob Artis, and my condolences to Corinne for his loss of his wife, Corinne.
Lisa behind the scenes.
Lisa Avery.
Hi, I'm Lisa Avery, and I'm the AG tech support today, AG of Area 13, and I also want to see our clubs work together. So what Aaron said, I believe 100%. And I imagine a world where every single building we meet has strong Wi-Fi. That is my imagine. So we don't have to go through this.
Rotary connects the world, I think.
Yeah, we're trying.
Different ways.
Yeah.
Good morning. My name is Julio Patrice Gaviria. I'm the president of the Rotary Club of St. Catharines South. I imagine Rotary to be more inclusive in the future, and also as holding the traditions that made Rotary what it is today.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have we been able to get everyone to check in? Is there anyone who's come in virtually that we've missed? I'm just going to double check here.
I think we're good. Great.
I think so.
Okay, we're good.
Tommy Grabazzi is pouring coffee for us all here. Thank you, Tommy. Appreciate that. I don't know if we collected too much extra money for the Rotary Foundation, but I think those that reflect in their hearts will think of an opportunity that they can continue giving if we didn't get them right now. So we're moving on to the consent agenda, pretty well on time. Is everything okay? It's all okay. The consent agenda, we had two later submissions. One was from membership and training, They may have been lost electronically. They were caught up yesterday and sent out, and they're within the package. If everyone is okay, then they will be whole within the package, even though they weren't received 5 days ahead. I'm not seeing anyone giving any issues regarding that. I would like to have a motion come forward to accept the consent agenda as presented and prepared.
I'll make a motion to accept the consent agenda.
Aaron?
Lisa?
Yes.
Is it possible, could I get the treasurer report pulled from the consent agenda?
Okay, then we need a motion from yourself right now to pull the financial treasurer's report.
Lisa, can we please put forth a measure to, a motion to pull the treasurer's report from the consent agenda?
Good. Do we have a seconder? And Frank Adamson has raised his hand. Seconder, any discussion about that? All in favor to remove the financial treasurer's report? Please vote. All in favor? And I will look at the screen. All in favor. It looks like we have, okay, all those opposed? Okay, it looks as if it's passed to be removed, and we will go to that discussion item. Do I need to know process? Do we discuss that item first? No, we move on to the rest of the agenda. Thank you, Anne, for being our parliamentarian here.
Was Frank the seconder, please?
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll move on to the remaining consent agenda minus the financial treasurer's report, whatever the exact title is, treasurer's report. The rest of the consent agenda, so we have a mover who moved, Aaron, and do we have a seconder for that, please?
Ralph.
Oh, who is that?
Ralph.
Ralph Montesanto. We'll take Ralph, if that's okay. Ralph Montesanto is the seconder. Any discussion? Discussion to pull. And then all those in favor of passing the consent agenda minus the financial report. All those in favor, raise your hand that have voting privileges. You have a voting privilege, Lisa. You can raise your hand if you choose. Anyone else? I see lots of hands. Good. Opposed? No, I don't see any opposed. Good. So the consent agenda is passed minus the financials. So we will move to now past District Governor Melissa Schrock, who would like to address that report. Has a, we'll unmute you and you can speak to your issue, Melissa.
Okay, thanks. I actually just had some questions regarding the district conference revenue, prepaid district conference. So I'm not sure if the treasurer is there that can answer this. My
Which report, Melissa? There's the budget. There's 3 reports.
So the first one I'm looking at in this report, hang on, I'm bringing it up, guys, sorry, is the balance sheet as of September 5th. Okay. Under the assets penny, account 42012 is district conference revenue with a negative 6,500. I was looking for clarification on that. And second question would be the accounts receivable. Is that considered the unpaid dues? And then a little further down under the other current assets, there's 0 money listed for prepaid district conference. And I'm wondering if that's where the money that we allocated in our budget should go for the conference that Lisa is hosting, or if we're doing it different this year.
Okay, the accounts receivable is primarily, I think, completely dues, unpaid dues. Okay, so let's get that one first.
Yep.
The district conference revenue that's a negative is just from past years, and an adjustment will be made to the balance sheet for that. It was something we uncovered as we were looking at the.
So we're 6,500 in the whole as a cumulative process?
No, it's an adjustment to the balance sheet. That's all it is.
Okay.
And that best person to answer that technically would be John, and he's not available today.
Mm-hmm.
Our treasurer. But that is an adjustment.
Okay.
It was carried over 1 year and put in the wrong place and needed to be reclassed, is my understanding.
Got it.
And
Okay.
what was the third one?
that prepaid district conference, item number 13002, that GL code says 0. Are we not putting what we've budgeted from finance in there? Under other
Unpaid.
current assets?
What was the number again?
13002.
Oh, yeah, I see zero.
Prepaid district conference.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that is not the income from the dues. That would be anything we receive for registration would go in there.
Okay. And
we
one
haven't
last-
opened for registration yet.
Okay. And one last question on that same balance sheet, on that second page down, we've got unearned or deferred revenue 22001 under other current liabilities. There's actually 2 accounts with the same name, but it's totaling about $17,000. Is that what was not spent in last year's budget?
I believe the unearned deferred revenue is grants. And I believe one of them is grants. One of them is money that we received for the new foundation account, the Heritage Endowment.
Okay, so that's allocated for something else.
Yes, yes.
Okay, that clears it up then. I was really hoping you're going to tell me that was carryover that we get to spend.
Dave's not
We don't
over.
do carryover, Melissa. Okay.
One can hope.
Very good.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
If we did, we'd be in the hole because of the years we lost money.
Oh, dear. So does that address all of your questions right now, Melissa?
Absolutely, it does. Thank you.
Anyone else on Zoom or in person have any questions in regards to the financial treasurer's report? Dick Earn has his hand raised.
Quick suggestion, I think all the points that Melissa raised were excellent, but make sure that you get accurate answers, because the treasurer isn't here. Maybe those questions should be reviewed beforehand, since Penny sends these things out early. And then the answers could be delivered, and hopefully everybody would know about them, so that we have the information at the council meeting.
Yes, thanks, Dick. I will.
Madam Secretary, Governor, point of order, please. With the revised role of the district council vis-a-vis the board, or whatever we call it, is this business, does it rightly come before the district council, or should this go through the board? Or
Anne is our parliamentarian. I'm appointing you to answer the question. She'll do it more succinctly. Take a deep breath and answer on behalf of the.
Always the meat of everything comes here first.
I can't hear.
Sorry, the question is with the Rotary Board, so that all the meat of the discussion and why we have so many items saved for input all come here first. Things like the budget do get passed there, but always the questions and the concerns and stuff should come here first.
thank you for the clarification.
Right. Right. The minutes will always go to the board also.
They're posted. Very good. Going through across the table, is there any other questions in regards to the treasurer's report and the financials that are presented today? Any other? No one else have any comments? Okay, so we do need a separate motion to approve the treasurer's.
I'll make a measure to approve the measure.
The treasurer's report.
I'll say let's approve it.
Okay, Melissa has made the motion, seconded by Tommy Gerbasi. Good. Any questions? We just had our questions. All those in favor of passing this standing envelope? Those, please vote. Okay, all those opposed? No one is opposed. So that is complete. Thank you. We've completed the consent agenda. And when you look at the new reporting templates, you'll hear more from the chair of strategic planning. You'll hear from Bob Morrow. But when you look at all the work, all the bounty of everything that has been done that's within this report, I just extend my thanks to everyone for all of their hard work and everything that they have done that is captured, and some of it isn't captured. There's a lot of operational things that aren't captured. But I just want to thank everyone so much for all of their hard work that is reflected here in these reports and elsewhere. To give everyone, just want us to thank ourselves for all of that hard work. Great, and now we're moving on. Are we on time? Just about, my goodness sakes. Strategic planning, so Bob Morrow, if you're able to, I can present from there.
Yep. Thank you.
Oh, he's going to present from there.
Presentation will be up on the screen. So
Can you?
put that on, and I'll just sort of tap my when we get to the spot where we're going to change. Okay?
So as I'm introducing Bob, I hope you can still hear me. I want to thank Bob and Ann as well, but Bob as chair of the strategic planning, and Ann together as the team that's really been moving this forward. And it's an amazing document. I just thank Bob so very much before he presents. Thank you. Floor is yours.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Hang on a second. Everybody's frozen. Hang on a second.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, whoa. I'm sharing this possible stuff. I'll share it for a second. Okay.
Who drove the furthest to get here today? It's an hour and 45 minutes for me.
No, because don't we need to share a PowerPoint?
I thought maybe Lockport. How long was your drive?
Oh, I always just choose it.
How long was your drive?
Less than the hour.
Can I? Just leave it. Okay, so it's not perfect.
It's about an hour for me to get to Dunville, because I used to work in Dunville the day of the week, so I know that door.
We can see it now.
Okay?
There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Good. Okay. I just go to the next one right away if you like. This one, the next one just shows you where we're at. Oh, that's too far.
Okay.
There we go.
We can't hear Bob.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I wonder if we
Okay,
can.
thank you.
We're working on it. We're working on it.
So there's the district strategic plan for 2023. And you can see the 5 areas that we looked at for the whole of 2023. Move on to the next one if you like. We did a district survey in the spring of 2022. Move down one. There we go. We took input from the district council meeting in March of 2022. We modified the questions to the basic survey. We circulated that to all of the members of District 7090 and had 250 responses. We had 2 virtual open houses whereby members could get clarification or direction and provide input. And we modified the organizer with the strategic elements to reflect the Rotary International Action Plan. So we're going to have a little look at that. These are the 4 elements of the Rotary International Action Plan. And they're very, very similar in many ways to what we've got. So if we go to the next one, you'll see that how we've changed them from the 5 that are on the left-hand side to the 4 that are on the right-hand side. And some of them are exactly the same, and some of them are the same in intent. And at first I thought they were just words, but I realize now that those 4 areas on the right-hand side are extremely valuable for us, and we can use those 4 areas to develop all of our programs. They're nice and general, and I think they will serve us better for the future. Okay, so we'll go to the next one. So we basically took the strategic plan, we modified it based on the input from the members. We produced a report card, which was presented to district council for approval, and we made it nice and pretty and ready for the distribution on the website. And so what it looks like on the website is the next one, much like the one from before, nice and simple, nice and clean. The 4 areas is the strategy 3 and strategy 4. And just to show you what one really looks like, on the next slide, I took strategy 2, which is expand our reach, took one of the tactics, one of the 3 in that area, which is to develop and support new clubs. And that's been already mentioned around the table this morning. And the goal for the district, 2 additional clubs chartered in the year 2022, 2023. So it's nice and clean and nice and easy to operate for the people who are doing this. And now, each of the tactics and the goals have been linked to a director most appropriate to the tactic and goal. Assigned might not have been the right term, so I changed it to linked to the director. and I met with each of the directors to go over those particular tactics and goals, and they all seem very comfortable. So we also have a nice common template that we like to use which can be provided for district council and for the strategic plan. So as a member of district council, what you will get is that nice template, which is the same for each one, and I get that same template, and I can put all that information together and report to the district governor chain how things are going in terms of the big picture of the strategic plan. So the 4 areas that the directors are asked to report on are indicated there: status, the elements that are going to be done by next district council meeting, the accomplishments to date, and that sometimes occurs at the bottom when in the area amended to that template. And lastly, and this is most important, how district council can help that particular director. So, and I've stressed to each of the directors that if you need some help in an area, please don't be afraid to ask. That's what we're here for. So here's what the district template looks like for youth services. They're all exactly the same, and so they'll be all the way through. Okay. So putting it into perspective, the areas of focus have been identified, but they're only those areas that are really in the highlighting for new things that we're doing. There are many operational aspects which are ongoing, which are not in the strategic plan. For example, Reg's area in the finances, it doesn't say in the strategic plan produce a budget, but that's an operational thing that's ongoing. So I think we have to remember that this just highlights the key stuff that we're doing. And lastly, I think this strategic plan is a nice, simple document, and it could be used as a document for other people to use at the club level. So I think if you think about the 4 areas at the Rotary International level, we're using those 4 areas. Those 4 areas could be used by clubs if they wanted to model their particular strategic plan around this one. And some thanks. Thanks to everybody who gave input to the survey. Certainly, I could never have done this without past district governor Van's leadership in this whole process. And to the district governor chain for their continued assistance, and to all of the directors who are providing input, direction, and feedback. And I think that's going to give us a really good strategic plan to work with over the next couple of years. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Bob. Are there any questions from anyone in the room or anyone attending virtually? Are there any questions regarding the process?
Hands up, nothing in the chat.
I do have a request for Bob to send me a copy of this slide deck so I could put it in the report. Thank you.
I sent you an email this morning saying it's on its way.
Oh, okay.
So if there aren't any other questions here. Great. So this, the next part of the agenda is for input. We're actually quite ahead of schedule. And again, I know some people have to take leave. They've got some commitments, family commitments, different things that are going on. I understand that. Some people will be leaving. They've already sent notice. So they may be leaving from the virtual room and maybe one or two from the room here, depending on when we finish. So we understand that. Everyone's got busy lives outside of Rotary. So the next portion will be our breakout session. So we have to have a little discussion about this. So I have Anne helping, Anne and Scott. So we have 3 areas that we will be looking at, and where's Tommy's going to help us. So we have the breakout. How many are in the virtual room, virtual here? Can they be 1 room or should it be 2? How many are there right now?
Hold on, I can tell you, I have that information. There are 13 virtual participants right now.
What do you think, Anne? We should have 2 rooms? There's 13.
I would do 3.
3 rooms. 3 rooms. And
well, okay.
Okay, that's what's going to happen.
12, 13, 14,
3 rooms. And here, those of us here in person, how many rooms? How many tables? So what we're going to do is we're going to have some people here. Actually, Tommy, do you want to orchestrate that, or?
Okay, so we've got 3 tables. We've got a table here, the one that's the bags are on, and you can pull some chairs over to that one, and this table here.
I think I'd split this in 2 if I may.
Just 2?
No, I mean this. I have at least 4 groups.
4 groups. Okay, so
we got
4.
this end of the table, this end of the table, that table, and that table. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And the goal is we want you to break up into rooms in which at least 1 person in the room you do not know. So as the table assembles, it's going to be chaotic. If you see everybody there you know, try to move to another table. If you do not, if you know everybody, pick a table at least where you don't know at least one of the people very well. Okay, so honor system here. Honor system here. Well, Reg, you don't know everything about me. You can, sit in.
So
I'll
Tom,
stay away from you.
Excellent idea. Excellent idea.
So this is part of having fun is that we're going to have our first topic for input. Then we'll scramble, right?
Right.
And then we'll have the second and we'll scramble. And we'll try to scramble shuffle, maybe the correct term. You're the cadre of technical people.
You want different groups
Yes.
for each question?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so they
Are
can
we reporting out then after we
Yes,
finish the
after
question?
each one, after each question. I need
So
answers.
you need a recorder.
That's right. So we need someone who's a recorder and 1 person who could be a spokesperson, can be the recorder as well. I don't think anyone's shy here today. And to be the recorder and, 1 or 2 items can be reported back. Oh, I did bring paper for each group. I beg your pardon, I didn't get that out. So each group can have 3 pieces of paper. And thank you, Tom. Thank you. Just, print your paper. And then just hand in. So those who take notes, for the group that you're the note taker, the scribe, if you can either take a picture, scan it or something and send it in to myself afterwards, that would be great. And here,
Want it in the minutes? Do you want it in the minutes?
we'll just collate. We'll collate the
Yeah, so send it to Penny too.
Penny too as well. Okay, very good. Yeah, we don't want all of it. I think we'll pare it down. The themes, very good. So we need.
They've not come out of their rooms yet, because they just got 60 seconds. They have 20 seconds left.
Perfect.
They must be in heated discussion.
No problem.
No one's come back, so I see they're all still.
Which is actually good. Reach one, and then I'll pop it in.
These are the club flags just around the corner.
Welcome back, Breakcoders, Zoomers, welcome back. So we'll start off with our Zoomers giving their reports, and then we'll go to the people in the room. So we can have our first volunteer, please.
I'll go again.
Thank you, Paul.
Okay, so we felt strongly this has to go through the AGs because they're the ones that have the contact with the clubs. And we thought every AG should make a commitment that they would have at least one district speaker in each of their clubs during the next year.
Oh.
So to do that, what we need though, the district to do is create a menu. So we need to be able to pick the item off the speakers. So we need to know what the resources are that we can match that to what the club's needs are or what their interest is. And then to have a bit of an advertising campaign so that we're actually, the clubs are aware and they know who they've got.
Love it, love it. Thank you. That's fantastic. Okay, do another online Zoomer.
I'll go next. Tracy, forward.
Tracy.
Okay, so our group came up with a couple of ideas. One would be encouraging leadership to attend one club meeting that is not their own every other month, just as a soft introduction to what the district has to offer. The other was to create a video module on a topic for review by the clubs as an option for a program. And we had a couple of ideas as to how to execute that as far as rolling it out to the club. One potential was to create a program tab on the district website where these short videos could be viewed by the clubs when they're looking for programs, just as a soft introduction to what the topic might be, as well as who that district leader would be that they would reach out to. And also something I didn't know is that we do have a YouTube channel with some video recordings of programs that were created by district leadership that the clubs could use as well. So.
Wow, love it. Okay, that's great. I just had two groups this time, right?
Yes, just two.
Okay, great. Great. So I'll go next on behalf of my group and then I'll ask, I think Aaron's coming up, others. And we'll ask those online again to submit your responses to Penny and I'll we'll collect these up, Tommy, maybe in a moment.
Right.
So my group, Paul, you took it further than we did. So we really love your idea. We also thought the menu of topics should go to the AGs because they can better triage. But Tommy raised a good point, which is we need to make sure that the speakers listed, where there's more than one and they really are willing, that we don't want people calling people, which might have happened in the past. And that person might say, call someone else to do it. So we need to make sure these people are ready to go and more than one per topic. We also suggested getting the list of topics out to the PR committee. So we are getting it out to the clubs where we support the idea, but mainly going through the AGs. A couple other thoughts we had was also when we are here, and I use the example that Dick heard Tommy talk about being a governor in Finland and said, gosh, that might be an interesting topic. So he's going to go back and suggest that to his club. And likewise, any of us should go and do that to our clubs. We think it's something we've heard in district council. We go and suggest it to our club. We also talked about, we also talked about district leaders being able to have the AGs come together and have someone either come and present at that area meeting a topic for 10 minutes that they could also do at their club. So they kind of preview and go, that would be good for my club. So we suggested that could certainly happen. And we also said that at times we should maybe do some targeted looking or more of a push and pull strategies. The example of a foundation that there's 7 clubs that didn't give to either the foundation or polio. So connect with those AGs and find out what do they need. Is it a speaker? Is it a what? But try and do it a little bit more customized. Great. Thank you. Good. Thank you.
All right, so we had some similar themes as well. We like the idea of having a list of topics available to for speakers to talk about, but we talked about a bottom-up approach. So AGs having area meetings, asking the clubs, what do you want to hear? What's really important? That's one of the things I did at my first meeting, and I found out 2 really important topics that clubs want to hear about. Having area meetings of district level speakers as well. So having them come in and talk at area service-wide projects, things like that, so you can get more people. Talking about having it on the website, but also featuring it in the newsletter. So it's front and center for everyone. And then we also talked about having some testimonials. So some people see this list of speakers, they want to know what's my club going to get out of it. So have a club who had a speaker come in, what were some of the action steps that your club took forward and implemented? So how does it impact? So that's all we came up with.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Those are fantastic. Thank you. I think we have one or two other groups. Oh, two. Good. Okay, Greg. And Pete. Hey, I'll take it away, future mayor.
We'll see. So again, we're hanging this on the AGs again. So ask AGs to identify areas clubs have an interest in. And then ask the club presidents for this at the club president-elect meetings. And then invite those district leaders to do presentations. Bob had the suggestion that maybe we could have 5-minute presentations, 10-minute presentations, 20-minute presentations. And so it's a matter of what that club wants slotted in. That could be video, or that could just be coming on Zoom, talk 5 minutes about whatever the district leader is responsible for. Again, a lot of clubs that have pods, and pods are always looking for speakers. And again, working through those pod leaders. Again, this will be through the presidents to encourage them to seek out district speakers. As you all know, we have team months, so every month is a different theme, be that youth, be that foundation, whatever. There's an opportunity to get out there and to get some funds to talk to them about whatever that may be. And the district website, we've got a really great district website now. Again, to the work of Jennifer Wells, we've got great club presence at this point in time. And basically, let's direct clubs to the district site, all the resources that are there. Some of that can be identifying speakers or themes or whatever to come to their club and speak about those things. And again, we have a YouTube channel.
That's great. Fantastic. Thank you. Okay, thank you. And Keith. Go, Keith. Go.
Always nice to be the last, because then it sounds like you're doing a bunch of meat. So they're putting a lot on us AGs, area events to be organized by the AGs to concentrate attendance on particular topics. The idea of a watch party where you get a whole bunch of people and clubs together, virtual and hybrid, to watch something that is presented. We've heard about what's on the website and what's YouTube available, but rather than have the individuals suggest they go there, you have a party in which you have some fun doing one of these on one of these topics. Clubs need to get out the word of upcoming service projects so as to include non-members, family members, and invite other clubs and those clubs that may not have the member numbers or member power to undertake some of the larger projects that some of the clubs do. The better use of Facebook to get out updates on projects in the planning and execution stages.
Fantastic. Thank you all. One last group? No, we're good. Okay, we got everything. So I don't know, Lisa, we're going to talk about next steps at the end before we go to stop, but I can certainly say that on behalf of everyone that we'll take all those ideas and the DG changes feed every 2 weeks. So look for a follow-up and we'll move forward on the suggestion. So thank you very much. Over to you, Scott.
Yeah, can I just the prerogative view of things? I think one comment that came up in the group that I was sitting in on was there's a lot of things on Facebook and social media. Not everybody has it, or they don't take the time, or it goes past. If at a club meeting, you could just flash some of the things that have gone on to social media in the last week. Those are like announcements of what's happened, or in the neighboring clubs or areas together have an area social media PI. I know Dave's gone now, but if they do that, and that's sort of like a quick broadcast of things that are happening, and it might tweet for others. I know that was an interesting comment. Over to you, Governor-elect Scott.
All right. Thank you very much. On to issue number 3 for discussion. As everybody knows, public image has become a new initiative in Rotary, and especially in District 7090. And we want to positively influence clubs and recognize them for their innovation. So in strategic plan strategy number 4A, we are asking clubs to create some, or we're trying to create some new club awards to recognize them for their ability to change and adapt. These awards recognize, replace, or add to the Lighthouse Award, recognizing public image, etc. So the issue for discussion is, what ideas for you have might you have
for what we might reward clubs. And how should we acknowledge this award? Of the 5 new awards over and above the Lighthouse, what would be the best award categories that we emphasize? So again, do we have any ideas for how we might reward clubs for their addressing the initiative of public image, and what kind of awards we have for them?
If I may, public image is an example. It's membership, it is engagement in youth. Public image is just an example of an award. Was where it came from. So I can see the way that it was written, the plan might be confusing. So if I just give that clarification. Sorry about that.
So, and any new initiative might create an award for clubs to apply for. So that is up for discussion. So get in your groups, 4 or 5.
Chris, Dave, not.
Online. Penny, take it away over there. And let's give us our 10 minutes and be back and ready to report.
Thank you. Tommy, make sure people don't sit with people that they know.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, all do.
Hi, this is Linda. Can you reassign me, please?
This meeting is being recorded.
Thank you so much.
All right. Here we are, last topic, and let's start with our online groups. Who would like to go first and talk about some awards for innovation that they may want to create or add on? Who's first?
I can. So, Sandy. So we kind of went the opposite way of everybody. Is our idea was people really don't like these awards. Clubs are really oh. Oh, are we getting good or bad? I don't know. We're saying that doesn't meet the club's strategic plans and that. So our idea was more, if we were going to do awards, they should be more frequent, more regional awards, but we like the idea more how the membership this year has been doing the spotlight. So to spotlight a club for what they've been doing and give recognition that way. The awards are coming too late. They're not coming till 3 or 4 months afterwards. So the club, the president or the club really, what they did that last year really didn't get the recognition that they should have. So our idea is we really don't like we don't think clubs really appreciate the awards, but the club leaders maybe do. So if I missed anything, you guys can speak up.
Thanks. Thank you, Sandy, for the non-award award. Very clever, Sandy, very clever. All right. Who's the next group online who might want to step up here?
I'll go.
You are up.
All right, so hold your hats, ladies and gentlemen. We agree, we don't like awards. It's not that we don't like them. We just feel like it's a misdirection of the club's energy, spending too much time checking a box on all these awards. What if we had a little bit of a different outside the box thinking and we directed what we're looking at as a district as an area of focus becomes an area of focus for the clubs, for us to assist the clubs. That could be some goals that we have in our strategic plan. And the reward becomes the success of the club that we as a district are ultimately trying to help them create. And we did have one idea. The word was used competition video, but I wouldn't say competition. I'd say collaboration video. If we had each of the clubs give us a 2-minute video of their club, which we as a leadership team could stitch together and send back to them, where, you know, you could show as a club president, hey, here's what the other clubs in our area are doing, as an inspiration rather than a competition amongst ourselves, because we're all in this for the same goal, and that's to grow Rotary and grow successful clubs. So again, we would not be in favor of adding more rewards, because clubs aren't, people in Rotary are in it for the pat on the back or the reward. They're in it to help people and service above self. That's our speech.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Another vote for no awards award. We like that. So we have one more group online.
Nope, just the two.
Oh, just the two of them. Okay, very good. All right, so let's go for Ann wants to step up first. Come on up, Ann.
Okay, well, we do have 17 ideas of awards. But some of them don't fit the themes. I think. Now, we did talk about Club of the Week and that idea of spotlighting a club. We talked about with public image, getting clubs to spotlight a member in the community, service above self, so encourage them to do that kind of an award. We did talk about recognizing the club that had the most people recruited under the age of 40, or the club that is the best job in modeling DEI and promoting it. We talked about the best web page or the best social media presence. We talked about having an award for the best family-friendly event, and that also could be a criteria in the Lighthouse Award. We did talk about rewarding a club for increased membership that also had a 2-year high retention, so they kept them for the 2 years. Or we do have reports that tell us club retention rates and celebrating. And again, here we came with you guys. We said it could be of the month, could be of the year, could be Canada and the US, so like the frequency idea. We talked about having some sort of a contest. And if your club won, you got courtesy seating at the district conference, VIP seating, because your club did certain things. We had an award to the club who had the best, they did the best job recruiting host families for exchange. We had promoting Rotary Exchange stories just to the media, so taking it that way. We had best service project by area focus, so having 7 based on the area focus. We had clubs, best club that does a job staying engaged with its alumni, like Rotary Exchange students, VTT. With which area, and then we talk about awards in the area. So we're awarding the area that did the most collaborating, awarding a club who are an area that did the best job working with other service clubs like Kiwanis Alliance. We did talk about having a patch for the banner that talked about what you had excelled in. And we talked about an AG award to who did the best job activating their clubs to collaboration, or the most money raised for polio.
Wow.
Thank you, Ann. I just want to let you know that Ross is standing over here. He just ripped up his list. He's like feels defeated after hearing that list. So I'm glad we have that's the spaghetti approach. Throw it all up there, and maybe something will stick. Ian, thank you very much. Ross, come on up here. And
okay, well, Scott, I don't need to rip up this list at all because it's very different from Ann's, but it is much like something else. And so the theme tends to be that we really aren't sure that awards are that effective as an incentive. And however, if we want to encourage innovation, what our group felt was we should put really one criteria in place, and that is that it be for community impact. So the club that has and can demonstrate their community impact. It wouldn't be just one recipient, but any club who the governor chain feels is worthy in that or for the previous year, I guess. So at the end of the year. So so the awards or what the suggestion was is that we would have a showcasing of the recipients, not so much a recognition, but any recognition that is done should be at the club level, because that's really where it all happens, is at the club level. The criteria should be very general, and so not the 17 check boxes, and not to match the district's strategic plan. Make it at the club level and make it general in nature.
Thank you.
It would apply then to large clubs, small clubs equally.
Thank you, Ross. We got one more, I think. David?
Sure.
You're up.
So I'm reading Scott's handwriting, so
good luck.
Oh, wow.
Thanks. But the general sense is that we want to create, if we're creating other awards, we want to reward collaboration and co-opetition, I guess is to try and coin a phrase. Rewards should also speak to acknowledging the success of our strategic plan. So we want to be able to give pat on the back to clubs, individuals, etc., but not really create a win-lose scenario. That here's some best practices and some examples about clubs that are working towards their own strategic plan and the district strategic plan. We want to make sure that we're not just awarding the president of the club and the clubs. We want to be able to pass out certificates and pins, etc., to every single member of that club to let them know that it's really important that you're part of the culture of success in the growth and development of that club. And then being able to acknowledge that when a club has developed a best practice, that's really great. But have you taught another club about that best practice? And so that would be the award, is that you are not just promoting your own best practice in your club, you're trying to move that culture of success in your own club into what could work with a neighboring club or another club that would want to pick that up, whether it be in fundraising, helping coach people through that, whether it's acknowledging people who are serving on boards outside of Rotary and be able to map that. So there's lots of room for innovation.
Well, those were a fabulous list of possible innovative awards for our clubs, and we'll have that compiled, and maybe we'll have some new awards to share at the district conference then. So, or maybe not. Well, that non-award award is very popular, sounds like. So very good. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ava. Oh, I appreciate everybody's comments here. Yeah, thanks.
Doing great.
At this point, I'm not sure. Let's see, where's my second page week I need? So this week, friends, we have the club presidents dinners on Tuesday and Wednesday. And so we will have club presidents getting together, and we're going to be talking about some of these things as well, particularly around the award, non-award, recognition, achievement, working toward goals. How do we showcase all the great work that we're doing? How do we demonstrate our impact, our reach, all of those great things? So one of the things that hasn't happened this year is there hasn't been a launch of the Lighthouse Award criteria. There's been a lot of discussion that some clubs always get it, others aren't interested in awards. So we're having these discussions. I was tardy and didn't get it out. And then I thought, well, let's rethink this. And I'm very thankful we have had this opportunity, and I want to have the club presidents input as well. Something that I want to be asking is within the Lighthouse Award is what do we want to try and achieve? What are the important takeaways that we as Rotarians want the community and our members to know about ourselves? So how the Lighthouse Award has been set up, there is about 10 to 13 or so points, and you have to get 8 or so, the citation, and then you have to do so many there. I am asking for a show of hands and feedback in regards to mandatory sections that a club will have a DEI presentation or activity or training. As an example, they will. You have to have that box. Some other ideas are that there is a fundraiser or some wording around every Rotarian every year, or a fundraiser by the club for a contribution to the foundation. We have several clubs that do not contribute or fundraise to give to the foundation. So I know it's an area to build, or the endowment, the new endowment, to have a fundraiser within the club or something within the community as a fundraiser around that. So I know we're running out of time, but I'm wondering if anyone has any comments about these you need to do, or these are things that you will be doing as well as the others. So if you're not doing a DEI activity for training or information, then that's a minimum. You have to do that. You have to, I know it sounds, you have to, but I'm really trying to move forward the messaging around DEI and about fundraising and kind of contributions to the foundation. So I welcome any comments right now, virtually or here, or any feedback anyone would like to give to me individually after. Does anyone have any comment here, our virtual friend?
I do.
Yes.
I have a comment.
Okay.
If you make it that it's a compulsory thing to do, it'll make it much easier to decide who gets the Lighthouse Award, because you're going to have so many fewer clubs that even apply for it. So that's kind of a negative comment.
Can you clarify, when you're saying the DEI, what exactly do you want the clubs to do about, like, what are you trying to promote with that in respect to Rotary? And I would also second Ralph's comment.
Sure. Yeah, awareness, information. Yeah, I'm not as clear, but that's what I'm looking at.
Okay, so I just want to share feedback that I've gotten on that. So as far as diversity, equity, and inclusion, that's by the nature of what Rotary is. We are diverse and we help diverse communities. We do have equity, and we try to level that playing field no matter where we go, and we are inclusive. That doesn't mean there aren't some people with narrow-minded thinking, but we're aware of who they are. That's what I meant by my question. What would you be trying to promote or want a Rotary Club to try to do with respect to Rotary? Because we're already doing Rotary work that I feel addresses all those areas, and so do many Rotarians. So this is a very mixed message, I think, RI is sending out to us. At least that's how it's perceived to people I've spoken with. That's why I'm asking.
I don't have a clear answer to that. I'm just throwing it out there. Tommy, oh, sorry, Ann and Tommy. And for
In the spirit of what some like the brainstorm that just came back, I'm thinking, Lisa, about the idea of changing it from the Lighthouse to the Spotlight Award.
yeah,
And I use Spotlight, but I really like the idea. I think it's more inclusive to spotlight someone doing something well. But it doesn't have to be just one club. So the idea of spotlighting someone who's doing a great job on a family-friendly event, spotlight a group that's doing a great job of promoting host families, and we get rid of the Lighthouse, turn the spot around, and just spotlight different clubs at different times.
that's good feedback. I like all the feedback. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Connie.
DEI is a slippery slope. This was brought up to me very clearly at the convention in Houston, where some people said, well, we're a diverse organization. We let everybody in. When I started Rotary, it was only CEOs. Now we let everybody else in. Other people stood up and said, well, you're talking about fellowship, and that word is disempowering because it disempowers women. And you can't talk about fellowship, and you can't, and recruiting somebody from a non-included group like a Native American or an indigenous person, or, well, that's tokenism, and you're guilty of that. So there's a big spectrum on where you are on diversity, equity, and inclusion. And you can't, because it's such a slippery slope. Some people are satisfied. Yeah, we don't have just CEOs in our club. And other people are saying, oh my God, we don't have an equal mix of men and women. And oh my God, we don't have any, transgender people in our club, as opposed to recruiting a transgender person and say, oh my God, they're just a token. It's really very slippery once you get into awarding DEI. And it could be ugly.
Yeah, so the comment, I appreciate that. The comment I was making was around training regarding understanding bias and understanding the welcoming, those concepts. So it's just out there as an idea. And I think we've had, Ross has a comment.
If the objective or primary objective of the Lighthouse Award is to change behavior of clubs in order to align behavior of clubs along with the behavior that the governor wishes or the district wishes, then I think you need to start by asking the club presidents first, are these Lighthouse Awards effective at all? Do they achieve your objective, for instance? And my guess is it probably would.
I appreciate that comment, that this will be one of our key discussion items, as well as collaborative events, etc. when we have our presidents together. Unfortunately, they're not all together under one roof. There's two different. Dick?
Yeah, I just wanted a historical point. When Bob Bruce started the Lighthouse Award, his big focus, even though it included several points, was contributions to the foundation. And he made that a specific element. And it still should be to a certain extent, but to get people enamored in giving the foundation shouldn't just be from the Lighthouse Award. I really like your idea about the Spotlight Award. I think that is really right on.
I appreciate that. That's great feedback. So I know we're running out of time. We're like done. I do want someone, there's Sandy. Is she there? Sandy, can you give us a pep talk and tell us everything that's happening on November 19th? Are you there,
Thank you,
Sandy?
Lisa. Yes. Yep, I'm here. So we're excited. We're going back to in-person foundation celebration, and that's what we're calling it, is on November 19th. We're going to be, everybody should be able to afford it. We've got the price down to $20. It's not a dinner. It's not a lunch.
It's frozen.
Oh dear.
It's frozen.
It's going to be in Wells. Oh, she's
a celebration, and we'll have some snacks. Oh dear, am I frozen?
I think she's away right now as well.
You're lagging.
So it's, I don't know if anyone else. You want to speak to it, Aaron? Can you give any details?
Our foundation next week, but it's going to be at the Wallen Canal Museum. It's going to be a lot of fun. I believe Valerie Wafer is going to be a keynote speaker there. She's also going to be a keynote speaker there, and we're going to celebrate all she's done for the foundation and her recent Art Fund Society membership.
And all
And,
that she's done for the end polio, just to reiterate that.
Yeah, so it'll be a great event, it'll be fun.
And we really encourage people in Sinwell, we really encourage people, since it's economical, to bring someone who's new to Rotary, so they can see that bigger Rotary experience of the impact of small donations and where that money goes and what's being done. You were, I don't know if Sandy's back, but we were losing you, Sandy. You froze, so we weren't able to.
I heard everything everybody said. Thank you, because I could hear. So everything's fantastic, but I do agree with Lisa. Try to bring a new member because we're going to showcase district grants for the year. We're going to showcase global grants for the year. We're also going to showcase our Ukrainian grant, which is exciting. We have the Ukrainian there as well. Going to be showcasing that. So you want to learn what foundation is all about as a new Rotarian or as Rotarians that are giving, this is a time. And to let you know, we will not be asking people for more money. This is strictly a celebration. There'll be no asking for money. And we'll also be doing our Best of Friends Endowment Fund, showcasing that. Thank you, Lisa. I'm sorry that my internet went, but thank you.
Thank you. I'm not sure if anyone has any closing comments about any special events, since we are over time. Rich, thank you, sir.
I'd just like to remind those people that one of the Niagara clubs is very instrumental in an Indigenous work. And I believe it's the 22nd of September that the entourage starts to arrive from British Columbia. But it's an all-Canadian event where survivors of the residential schools will be getting together for 4, 5, 6 days. The Rotary Club is hosting a huge luncheon. And if you want more information, I suggest you get a hold of either Marge or Jim Dawson of the Norfolk Sunrise Club. They have all the information. They need some volunteers as drivers and so on for the week. So please get a hold of them and remember that Honoring Indigenous People Week. And it's really, the key speaker will be the woman who is behind the orange shirt and all the stories of that. She'll be speaking at a luncheon. I believe it's on the Thursday.
Yes, and it's hosted by the Rotary Club of Niagara Falls Sunrise.
Yes.
Niagara Falls Sunrise, so I'll be there. And also it's Phyllis Webstad, and it's Truth and Reconciliation Day is at the end of the week. And the falls will be lit up, and there's all sorts of drumming and all sorts of healing and conversation opportunities. Anyone have anything else? You have your golf tournament?
Oh, okay, well, since I'm gonna say that, our Rotary Club has been shut down trying to do fundraising, we're finally doing something called a goofy golf tournament. It's gonna be just, if you don't play golf, and I'm one of the few doctors who doesn't play golf, it is gonna be, we're gonna kick the ball off the tee with a hockey stick or a pool cue. It's just for fun. It's just goofy. It's just gonna be goofy, gonna be held on the 28th of September, and most of the clubs have already gotten a flyer about it. Will be held in Port Colborne at the Whiskey Run Golf Club, and Greg, past President Greg from our club, has the details. If you wish more, of course, you can always call me and I will make sure that you get the information. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else in the room here? We'll give Penny, did you have something to say? Penny? We can't hear you, Penny.
Okay, all right, yes, only that the nominating committee is looking for a district governor. So on October 3rd, from 5 to 6, there will be a virtual meeting about with a just past district governor panel that'll be talking about how to be a district governor, what's required, and all that stuff. So we encourage you, if you have any interest at all in being a district governor, to be at that meeting. Registration is open on online.
Yeah, so it's a web talk for you think you want to be a district governor. So we have Rich and Ralph and Melissa and Ann are going to be the panelists. And so there's going to be some presentation about their life, their journey, their DG journey, and Q&A. Anything else?
Do you want to read that from
It
from
said-
Sean?
Sean, oh, sorry, there's a chili cook-off, October 27th at the Flying Bison Brewery. Oh my gosh, bisons can fly. The Flying Bison Brewery.
With the right here.
Is that your chili cook-off? Very good.
And I forgot to mention that the Rotary Club of Greater Jamestown AM is having its memorial football party, Bills football party, on Sunday, October 16th. The Bills will be playing the Kansas City Chiefs. Kickoff is at 4:25. The tickets are $45. And there are many prizes.
Dick, we have to go.
Okay,
Dick, then.
Tonawanda Club is having if the Kenmore Club is having a beer fest, no charge. Get in, you just pay for your beer and your thing, and it's on September 24th, I think, from 12 to 4.
Just a shout out to Aaron Carlson, who attended the RLI annual meeting at the Rotary International level and wrote a tremendous report. Thank you.
Thank you so much. They hear in a private message. We get lots of messages all over, and I thank them very much for that. A lot of good feedback. Anything else for the good of Rotary? I'm going to close the meeting. And I thank everyone for attending.
Don't forget to turn in your notes from your breakouts.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone. So I'm gonna give them a big road.
Volunteer.